we were at my in-laws the other day, and she was talking about like Halloween and kids coming by, and she likes handing out candy, and they were some neighbor of theirs or friend of theirs or whatever had like, done the whole put out a bowl thing and take one or whatever, and then they had like a Ring camera, and like the Ring camera like saw the same kid come like over and over, and this lady went out and like chased this kid down, and it was like, lady,
it's your
anyone
fault.
who does that,
Yep.
you expect that every kid's going to grab a handful or just dump the whole thing.
At least
That's
he
what you
didn't
get
do
for
that.
being lazy.
Yeah.
At least he came back and was like doing it over
really.
and over again. He could have just grabbed the whole bowl and ran off with it.
Yeah.
He was getting his cardio in for the.
Yeah, he's getting his steps.
Well, good. Hey, we did it. We're back, and it feels like it's been a while, but it really
has.
It's
It's
normal
been 4
amount of time.
weeks.
It's been 4 weeks.
Maybe
so.
even 5 because it's a long month.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah. So, Teacher Husbands Podcast, we're back at it. Thanks to everyone for listening, for all the support, for all the
Episode 11.
Yeah, 11.
So many.
So we've been doing this for 11 months now.
What'd you say the average was? The average podcast stops at how many?
Like in the 40s.
Like 40? Like that's how
Yeah.
many they do?
Wait. Oh,
Like number of episodes?
Yeah, number of episodes.
I don't
thought there
remember.
was an
What did
average.
did
I never
I
heard
thought
an
it was
average.
like 4.
Oh, really?
Or something.
No, we just talked about it last episode that you thought we would only make it to 4.
Oh, that's probably what it is.
That's all it was.
Yeah, maybe 40's shooting high, but
Four, maybe so. That's all right.
40's a lot.
It's true.
we're going to go for
We can
40
do that.
times 10.
40.
Whoa.
40 times 10. 40,000, right?
Yes. Math.
Math.
40 times 10 isn't 4.
The
you guys
wheels
know
are
that, right?
spinning over here for Kyle.
You guys know that's not right?
I think it's right. 40, and
mean,
then a
your wives are
10,
teachers.
and then
Should
2
you-
zeros.
She didn't teach me anything.
And then you add the 2 zeros
40
together
times 10?
to get
Are you
3
doing
more
Common
zeros. So that's 40. Yeah, 40,000.
Somebody taught you wrong, I think.
400,000.
Yeah.
Shoot. All right, I got it.
He's doing the old math.
Yeah.
I'm not
old
grouping
way.
anything. It's fine. I really should
You're not carrying
be.
any ones
Nope.
either.
or anything. You're carrying too many.
Carrying the zeros.
I added zeros together, and I got 0. I didn't get 0. I got
Double zero?
double 0.
I had 3 zeros together, so I had 3 zeros.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
That makes a lot of sense for sure. So,
Logic.
well, so we did a little shift. We were going to have a couple guests in studio for this episode, but we had to push them out till next month. So, next month we will be joined by Kyle's kids, Mona Lisa and John Ralphio. And we'll be
excited.
talking a lot of things. And we had a little bit of a powwow with Mona Lisa before this recording, and got some ideas.
We had to make sure she knew how to be professional.
True.
I didn't want to like go with the beep button like so much because I could see
Because
that
she's going
happening.
to be on. Yeah.
Yeah, just beep,
I think
beep,
that sounds
beep.
about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to bring her out and to make sure that she knew, kind of give her some,
Etiquette.
so she knew what she was
Etiquette,
doing.
how to
She
speak to
seemed to
people,
think that-
how to get in front of people. She has nothing.
Yeah.
So
Not at
Nothing
all.
that's given her any training
Yeah,
whatsoever that she
absolutely.
could handle something as high pressure as this.
That's right.
So we just kind of eased her into it by helping.
that's true.
So
her
that gives her
understand.
1 whole month to figure it out, like, and let that sink in.
We gave her homework, things to think about,
Yeah.
ideas. She's going to write a paper that we could probably read and grade, and then
With the red pen.
Yeah, I don't want to grade
red
anything. Yeah.
I'm not reading anything either. So
It's like TLDR. It's like,
Well, so we're like, obviously we're shifting a little bit, and we're always so scripted in everything that we do. So this is going to be
Definitely.
quite
Always.
a change for sure. So, it's Halloween week here.
We're days away.
We're days away from Halloween, and I don't know. I mean, maybe it seemed foreign to you guys when I brought it up, but I know Anne has mentioned to me several times that why isn't Halloween the last Friday in October? Like we treat it like Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving's what, the fourth Thursday in November.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter when it is. It's whatever date. So Halloween doesn't have to be on the 31st. It just happens to fall on the Friday that's at the end, because every time either A, you've got parents that are, their kids are staying up all night eating a half a bag or full bag of chocolate. I don't know. We can talk about that as far as how your parents did. And then they're sending kids to school with lunch boxes with candy in it.
Yeah.
Or the kids are, halfway through their day and they're falling asleep because they're all sugar rushed out. So do we see any reason why that wouldn't work?
Yeah, because then the old people could party every weekend.
And that too.
And there'd be a whole
Halloween
thing.
parties.
You say
when
old
you can dress up.
people.
Old people.
Well, I mean,
older people.
older. Older people who can stay out past midnight.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
On the 31st, you're saying?
yeah, so
Oh,
they
sure.
can party. You make it on a Friday, or you make it.
Oh,
on
so
a Saturday.
Halloween doesn't move. You're just saying trick or treating moves?
No. I was saying what you're saying.
Okay.
I mean, but by the way, I haven't figured out as to why it doesn't do that. So,
Well, I know why too. It's history. It's there's like
that's because
No,
All
it's
Halloween-
different.
you're just gonna say a word and that's it. Just history.
I know
Mic
why.
drop.
Tradition?
It's history.
No.
And
No,
moving
there's-
on.
there's a reason. I mean, it's
All
like-
Hallows Eve, it's like
Correct.
before, it's like the last, I don't even know though. I
It's
don't
the
know
Day of the
history.
Dead. You can't mess up the Day of the Dead.
that comes after.
That's
Yeah.
Day
That's
of the
the
Dead?
first.
That's,
That's the first.
oh, is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So then Halloween has to be the night before.
Yeah. There's a whole thing. Like if you look it up, there's history to like All Hallows Eve, and then it rolls in.
There is, but
Hispanics, it's the Day of the Dead.
We've commercialized and bastardized it enough that who really cares, I think.
Well,
for
I think at
most
this point
people.
nobody does care, but
No,
it's
yeah.
like when
Too
you're old
late
school.
now. Now we're too. Yeah, they've made calendars way
Yeah,
out.
there's no way.
can't go
Yeah,
back
we
and
have to
change
wait at
those.
least a couple of years before we can really institute that change. At least 2027, probably. I think.
You should run for office and then try to put that.
Have
in,
that
like,
be my
yeah.
platform. Be the guy.
your
I'm
platform, that's
gonna
it.
really push the
I'm running on Halloween.
daylight savings time thing.
That's
get
where I was
it
going.
through.
I was gonna say
Oh, yeah,
that
it's
exact
just
thing. You need to do daylight
Get
savings
that one
time.
back.
Yep.
Because it was supposed to go through and then it never did.
Never did.
That's
And
a great
Halloween.
platform. I'm
Got my
good.
vote.
talking.
This is the who cares that much candidate, because it's like, really, what? Come on, Halloween
He
night.
cares just
what?
enough.
Like he's
I
gonna
want
do
him
just
making major decisions
enough.
for
I'm
me.
not gonna. Yeah, just slight things.
He's got some
that
great ideas on
are
Halloween.
Some minor shifts. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, from a historical perspective, sure, I get that, but from a ease of just putting it on a Friday night and then our wives don't have to deal with the kids the next day. Maybe that's all it is.
I mean, I think that you could make a case for, since you can't move the date because of history. obviously, you just make whatever, it's the day after or the Friday after or the Friday before or Saturday, whichever one you want to do before Halloween. That's the day that you trick or treat.
Trick or treat, yeah. But
You can
that
start
would never
moving for
happen,
that.
yeah, because everyone wants still their Halloween. You're not, unless you shift the whole thing. I don't think you piecemeal it like that. I don't know.
You just say, no, it's whatever day before. Just like they say it's the last Thursday in November.
Correct.
Well, the last Saturday in October is now Halloween. Or that's the day we do trick or treat.
Maybe that's what it is. We just keep Halloween like
Yeah,
that's trick or treating is Halloween, but All Hallows Eve
There.
stays.
I was
the
going to say, because I was
31st.
going to say, what we need a different name then.
There you go.
If trick or treat
There it
night is the last Friday or Saturday in October, and then All Hallows Eve is
That's
the
it.
31st.
We solved it.
Halloween and All Hallows Eve, we split them up.
Yep.
Let's start fundraising for your
Okay.
platform so you can
All
run
right.
for office and
I-
get that changed.
I got to run? Okay, it's fine.
Maybe we
try
can
it.
just change it. You can run for school board and we can just change it within the school board here in town.
We
Start
you know
small.
how people, start
Baby
small.
steps.
That's right.
Yeah, then we could set a good example for the rest of the nation. And, next thing you know, you've got 2 end of the month holidays that you can
There you
celebrate in
go.
October.
I like it.
And here we go. Hot take. No, maybe not.
wanna hear
Halloween
it
is
now.
not a holiday.
I mean,
You're gonna lose this one with a lot of people.
I know I am. It's not a holiday.
You know what I've noticed?
what's the
And
definition of a holiday then?
I don't know.
You get time off of work?
Yeah, basically.
Well,
If-
then
if it's
July's a
observed,
holiday because
yeah,
sometimes
that's a holiday.
yeah, but you don't get time
Yeah, but
off
you know
work.
the-
You do
all these
too.
holidays
It's an
now-
observed day.
But so is Halloween.
There's
No, it's
so
not.
many holidays now.
No,
that,
I'm
like a
saying
it's not a
if you
bank
think-
holiday.
If you think of it from a
Son's Day, Daughter's Day, Hot Dog
no,
Day.
none of that's a holiday. I'm saying like if you think of holidays as like okay, this is a day that most people get off of work.
Would I potentially get holiday pay for said day? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay.
Then
True,
yes,
it's
it
not.
needs to happen.
Then and
Just
that's,
want to add
if
it.
you want to
Can that
make
be
it
part of your platform?
no, because I don't care that much about it. So no, I only care that little part, but not the holiday pay thing. Yeah, no, Halloween is not a holiday to me.
But is All Hallows Eve?
No, also not.
So
How about the Day of the Dead?
that's more of a real holiday. in
That's
my
true.
eyes.
I'm gonna offend.
say the wrong word.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you're gonna-
offend
you're gonna lose-
a group of people.
You're going to lose
if
some
I
of your,
say
your what's the word? The
the
your
demographic.
constituencies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all right. Yeah, it's a holiday somewhere. I'll say that.
It's like saying like crack open a beer. It's 6 o'clock somewhere, 5 o'clock somewhere.
People in France are going, 4th of July is a holiday somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, because I don't like, maybe holiday is just the interesting term. Because, like, I don't think of Memorial Day as a holiday, even though it's holiday pay, it's day off for most people. But I think holiday is the term that I maybe don't agree with. I don't
Well,
know.
they call it holiday on your paycheck.
That's true. They do.
That's a good point. Memorial Day.
Yeah. Memorial Day, Labor Day, those are all observed holidays.
I
4th of
obviously think
July.
Memorial Day is a much more important holiday than Halloween.
The definition of holiday is a day of festivity or recreation when no work is done.
See?
So technically, he's right
I mean, that definition.
Definitely
but-
work
by
is
this
done that day.
definition.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, nobody's off on Halloween because it's Halloween.
But then New Year's Day wouldn't be considered a holiday either.
Yeah. People are off.
We're off.
Yeah.
No, people are on all. They have to work all the time.
Well, people who
we off?
work in
We're off.
retail, I mean,
We're not off. We're not off New Year's
Year's
Eve, but
Eve.
we're on New Year's
Eve.
Day.
Sure,
New Year's
yeah.
Day is
New Year's
okay.
Day, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day
Just like New Year's Eve is not, or sorry, Christmas Eve.
is not a holiday in that
I mean,
in that
off.
strictest term. You're not off. Yeah. You have to take it.
This is a great. I'm sure this is a super interesting conversation for people.
It's pretty good. I don't know.
Arguing.
We've already lost people.
We have.
You're like, click. Oh,
That was fun. 17 minutes.
I had a great time.
That's good. Yeah,
Jeremy, that was a
I
great-
didn't really
that was a
think it was
great-
going to be that hot of a take because I know in my household it is, but not.
Well, let me ask
I
you some
didn't think it
questions,
would
some school questions about Halloween. Okay,
Bring
yeah.
it back.
Bring
think
it back.
about the costumes that you had. What was your favorite costume that you had?
It was like 4th or 5th grade. I was a Ninja Turtle, and my mom made it.
Oh.
You know, so whether it was caliber, the quality that I think it was, I don't really remember. But and I don't remember which Ninja Turtle I was. That would be nice to remember. I'm guessing
The answer should be
Donatello.
Leonardo.
Yeah, I don't think it was. It was no, it was orange. It was definitely
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
No.
Yeah, that was the one I remember the most. And I think because she made it too, it was like probably not very good, but she's good. Sorry, Mom. Yeah.
we were buying costumes, and we still had the
Oh, yeah.
terrible plastic.
That's what I
mask
remember.
with the little rubber band that caught in your hair and stuff.
And the plastic was like that. It's like brittle. to the
Yeah.
point, like it would
Yeah, it lasts
crack.
that night,
Yeah.
and then it would be done.
You're done.
Yeah.
They're not comfortable. The mouth, like the little mouth hole, was so bad. Like, oh, it was terrible.
And then you didn't want to wear it, and your parents were like, "Put your mask
Yeah,
down."
I spent
You're like,
money.
I don't want to.
I spent money on this. You're gonna wear it, and you're like, ugh.
I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, we always went out trick or treating, but it like maybe that's a product of growing up in a house like that. Like we never really like cared that much about Halloween. We would go out and trick or treat.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like we like had to buy all these stuff, and
we
I've
definitely
spent
did.
more money on costumes as an adult with my kids and with trunk or treat and with family costume stuff than I ever would have my parents probably ever spent
Same,
growing up.
for sure.
Like
Yeah.
I did neither.
neither.
You
I
still
mean,
don't?
we dressed up like but again, it was never like that big of a holiday, like
Yeah.
a
See?
big of a day. We would do it to go trick or treating
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah,
but it
but-
was never like. There's some people that go all
Oh
out.
yeah,
all out.
that's a good point
Yeah,
too. The
we work with
decorating
one of
thing,
said
like
people.
yeah, we don't. Yeah,
But no, I never went that far. We never went hardcore decorating. It was a costume. It was like you went to the store, you picked out the one, and you were done.
There was never
it.
any decorating in my house ever for Halloween.
yeah, same. Fall. It was. That's what we do now too. It's just fall decorations, not Halloween.
So, what was your favorite costume, Jason?
I'm drawing a blank here. I can't think of a good costume that I had even like middle school, high school, nothing. I don't think.
I remember.
Oh,
I mean, I've seen a picture of one. It was pretty good. So, but that wasn't in school, grade school. So
that's what I'm. Oh yeah, that was good. I'm Iron Man.
Yeah.
I'm thinking high school. Everybody dressed up with the Crow once.
oh really? That was on the other night. I watched
Loved
half
the Crow,
of
and
it.
that was like
Yeah.
got the
Brandon
trench
Lee.
coat and the thing and the face paint. I mean, that was classic. That was one of my favorite ones because that movie's awesome. But
So the only difference from your normal dress code was just the face
just
paint?
the face paint.
I got the trench coat. Oh, you mean you just put on your trench
Everything
coat?
else, yeah,
I
you
got
just
it.
put the face paint on.
Got it.
Yeah.
I had a phase.
It was real sad music. That's it.
Was really sad. Some typo negative. Just real.
Mine
real
was,
sad.
and I'm dating myself here for sure.
Well, yeah.
Don Johnson was who I went
Ooh.
as. And somehow my mom got me a white blazer that I could push
you
up.
could push it up.
I could push up the
Nice.
things. And I had a pastel, probably a pink or a peach pastel shirt on, and
Got the hair back a
slacks
little
or something.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Some
dope.
Some wicker kind of shoes
From
or
Miami
something.
Vice.
Yes.
No, I didn't have the shoes. I probably was wearing my Vans.
Probably
whatever,
were.
But,
Yeah.
but it was still Miami Vice from the waist up.
Yeah.
Probably.
So the weird thing is, there's two vivid memories for me of Halloween, which was the Ninja Turtles thing, and then the year after we moved to Minnesota, there's like this. It's basically like this thing, like in Minnesota, like if you survived the 1991 Halloween blizzard, you're like a true Minnesotan, is what they would say.
Oh.
So the year after we moved there was this epic blizzard. Like in 2 days, they got like 35, 40 inches of snow, something.
Jeez.
Oh, it was crazy. And we still went out. Like I
still trick-or-treating
Oh yeah.
that?
Oh yeah. We went out like you're wearing your costume, but then you're just wearing like a coat over it. So every
Yeah.
kid looks the same. But yeah, basically like it's a thing. Like you can talk to people that you know or that live there now. And it's like, oh, were you there during 91 Halloween blizzard? And you can go and like Wikipedia and it's like, they got so much snow in like a 3-day period, like the 31st through the 2nd is just like pounded with snow. And yeah, it was waist high. We were just walking through snow, trick or treating. It's like, yeah,
nope.
all right.
We didn't ever have that here.
I don't think I'm that
No, I don't
dedicated.
think you had that. Yeah. I don't know why I would have.
I mean, it would rain, but there was never snow that I can remember. It was always,
bet.
Or it would snow, but
It was
would
cold
melt.
a couple of years ago, I remember.
yeah.
Like pretty cold a couple of years
We
ago.
did a cool Halloween with the kids when they were younger here in the subdivision, and we got a trailer and we put hay on it, and we just inched along, and the dads all sat in my truck, and we just kind of pulled it around
Nice.
and took the kids trick or treating all around here. That was a fun one.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, it was nice. Then the kids didn't have to walk too much or complain. And we get to hit a bunch
they
of
could
houses.
Oh, I don't care about that. I would just talk about the dads getting to sit in the truck.
Oh,
right?
see, I
Drink
look
some
down
beers.
on all those ones that do that, like where they just
We definitely were not
follow
drinking
along
beer,
in the
Jason.
van. Yeah, like
With
they can't
kids.
happen
I
to
mean,
get
drinking
out.
soda.
Yeah,
Soda?
sodas.
Oh no, I'm making hot toddies or something Thursday for our group that's going out.
I just talked to my brother, and he said down in Houston, where they are, the trick or treating is for both, for kids and adults. So almost every house you go to, it's like there's somebody there. They first of all they put all the stuff at the end of the driveway, so everybody's coming up, so you don't have to walk up to the house. And then that's set up there, but there's a
bar
kid station and an adult station. So they're handing out candy, and then it's like, I need a beer or I need a
pretty
freshen up.
good.
Little,
Yeah,
from the
whatever,
car.
top off.
So he's all excited to go.
Why don't we
this year.
normalize that?
That
I
sounds
think
pretty
you have to
good.
start it in your neighborhood or whatever.
Oh, my neighborhood's
I
never
don't want
going
to
to
do
do
that with my
that.
neighborhood, though.
Yeah, we could do that.
I have a bunch of old people that are like, man, we're not here. But
It's
they
true.
shut their lights off. But
I guess we're going to Jeremy's neighborhood.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Jeremy's
we walked
neighborhood's a
around
bunch
and
of
we
kids.
walked around and had cocktails last year while we were taking the kids around.
yeah,
But nobody. But I like that. That's pretty good. It's like that whole idea of like the in the summer with the ice cream truck going around. Like there needs to be like a taco truck with margaritas that drives around during the summer, and that's, I don't know how they could get around that with liquor laws and all that, but
Probably not.
that's the idea.
Just do it. Just do it anyway.
Just do it anyway.
In your neighborhood.
It'd be a great weekend, and then you get in trouble. So
That'd be funny.
yeah, so I don't know, and that's so funny because the Halloween stuff, especially at schools, like that's changed a lot too. There's so many rules now at the schools, right? You guys probably have that too.
No, I have no idea. Do tell. What are the rules?
Yeah, I mean, it's like
It's like no blood,
no blood, no weapons. They can't have masks that fully cover their face. No, inflatables are fine at ours at least. I can't remember. I thought I saw I'd have to
there was some terrible stuff that when I was a kid.
But there's so many kids. Yeah, because like we had the trunk or treat thing at our school last Friday, a couple days ago, and there's so many kids dressed up like Jason and like it, and not this Jason. Yeah. That's scary.
That's too scary.
Yeah,
this is pretty scary.
But that like they either have no idea what it is, or they probably do because maybe their parents watch all that stuff. I don't know, but like there's so much of that they're wearing that they can't wear to school.
Yeah,
but that's what their costume is going to be. I have to pull it up here and see. So
anyway, do it at the trunk or treat.
Yeah.
Well, does every school, like the school where our wives are, they do a parade?
Yes,
which was never something that happened in anything that I could ever remember.
We never.
But they have a big square. The school's in a big square, and everybody walks around so you can see their costumes, including the teachers. But that was my next question: is do you guys' wives dress up or no?
Out of necessity, not because they want to.
No,
I think
almost required to. Like that's the culture that they have.
Pretty much. I think it is like so. And it's by grade, like usually, right? Like most of the teachers in each grade are like, we're going to
dress up like this.
This is our theme.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it is. But so it's never, at least it's never my wife's idea, but it's always like, we're going to do this. She's like, I'm doing this.
Yeah, that's how it is at my house too. Yeah. She can't stand Halloween, usually because it's a pain. And I was talking to her about it too. And she's all, at least it's on a Thursday this week. And then they have a work day.
Oh, that's true. They do have a work day. I was learning about that too.
She's all, this is perfect situation because then the kids go home with their candy and they don't have to come back to school for at least a few days. So they can hopefully munch through most of that candy before they come back. But if they do it on Monday, she said it ruins the week.
Yes.
She said it's terrible.
So I'd say Anne's the opposite because she's not a big Halloween person, but she loves the idea of all of them finding a theme that they do. And so that was the theme for us at the trunk or treat was all our family and then her teaching partner and her family and their para and her family were all like Despicable Me characters. And so she was dressed up as Gru. Anne was.
Nice.
And I've got some good pictures here. But now because of the pain that she went through of doing that at trick or treat, she doesn't want to do it again on Thursday. So they're just going to wear like shirts that match. I don't really know. But anyway, the newsletter from my son's teacher. Oh yeah, so no masks, no blow ups, no weapons.
No inflatables. The inflatables is like it
inflatables
was
is
fine
huge.
for a while, and then it turned into like
you can't
a big thing.
Yep.
Just the maintenance, I think, or like you had to deflate it to like do it, and then it's like they're messing with the little
and it's sound.
And it's just all day long.
But they kind of went away from at least our school has gone away from the parade thing. They don't really do that. It's more focused on the classroom or combining classrooms and doing that stuff together. But yeah, I don't remember anything about grade school Halloween. Just wearing a costume, I would imagine. But whether we actually did anything more than just...
We just played games all day.
Yeah, we just played games.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's all I remember, too.
That's all I remember
could not
doing.
wait to go trick-or-treat. Like, can we go now? They're like, it's 4:00. Well, but they might be giving out candy. Like,
oh, yeah. How if you think about your peak trick-or-treating years, your middle school years, let's say, or early high school, how late would you go?
Oh, yeah, until there was no more lights.
Until there were, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because even then, you're like... Yeah. You're in the window. You got candy?
We went last year. Went and it was like the kids were all they went pillowcased it because I'm like that's the only way to do it. I don't the buckets and stuff Like a pillowcase is the way to go. And I was carrying my sons, and I'm like, this thing is not even close. Like, we really got to get this thing locked down.
We have to go to the right neighborhoods. And
our neighborhood's good, but he's kind of like, okay, this is good enough. And I was like, man, I could just keep going and going.
Yeah, like we're running a marathon.
Yeah.
You'd be running to the next house. To get as many, because pretty soon mom's going to say, no, we have to go. You're like, no, there's 7 more houses. So
I'll say my kid he'll give up before then. He's not like, he'll trick or treat for the sake of trick or treating and for the, like, he likes, I think, more the going up and getting something and the idea of it than the actual candy itself. He does not eat a lot of candy. Like, that candy will sit there forever. I mean, I'm the one that eats the candy. And, he just does it to do the thing. And again, I think he just likes to get stuff like, but
that's fine. Because I don't eat as much candy as I used to with Lemonhead sitting in front of me. Yeah. But, I mean, it used to be that we would like buy bags of Snickers and have them in the freezer and I'd be eating it all the time. Now it's like Halloween comes around and there'll be a bunch there and we'll go through it and then I'll eat on it and then we get rid of it. But I used to eat so much more candy, and I don't anymore.
I think I'm eating more now.
Yeah, I think I am.
Jason only buys the good stuff at work, so we always have the greatest candy at work.
And it's right in front of my face.
And it's right in front of your face all the time. That's true.
And I always have to go talk to Jason. It's definitely not to get candy.
No, yeah,
but
it's
it's
working.
there when I get there.
Yeah, you should just put some lemon heads in a jar, and they'll sit there for quite a while because everyone will be like, "Oh, this is kind of not from."
No, they wouldn't because he would destroy them.
Present company, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can't have. That's why I keep the lemon heads here at the house because I usually have them when I'm doing homework and getting those done. So,
all right, well, there you go. This is good. Speaking of candy, we've got everyone knows it. The dad tax is a thing. Always has been a thing. It would have been good to be the guy that comes up with that term. There's so many terms out there. You're like, oh, if I had. Come up with that term.
Yeah.
But, do you feel like the dad tax is, what would you say percentage-wise is the dad tax?
My house, it was whatever I wanted. I'm taking that. So, no, that's my favorite. I'm like, well, it's my favorite too. Remember who took you to get it? Hand it over. No, I'm not doing that. But, it was more like, oh, something happened to your candy last night. Somebody
it's all
must have got some. What happened?
Rap.
Definitely wasn't Mom and I.
Mine was always like the wrappers were like stuffed in a glass because I'd had a whole glass of milk with the can, and so just like shoving it in there. Like, oh man, it's so bad.
The trick is you just get a soda, then you put them inside the soda can. You can't see it.
Oh no, that doesn't work. You need some chocolate. You need some milk with it.
Oh no.
That's just you.
It's not true.
Milk is good. That's
with
my
a
hot
cookie.
take.
Yeah, maybe.
With anything chocolate.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. Nope. I would say my dad tax has gone down a lot. I would say it's probably like 33% at this point.
Oh, a third.
That's
good.
A third's pretty good because a lot of it sits there because we don't let them have candy all the time, and they have to like find out if they can have some.
Only a third would be the good stuff I liked anyway. So
true, exactly. That's the thing.
The rest of it's crap that people give out.
There we go. So aside from lemon heads, what's your favorite candies?
My new favorite right now is the like nerd cluster.
Oh, they're
things.
so gross.
No. Oh my god.
They're the best thing there is. The best thing out
oh
right
my
now.
Gosh.
They're fantastic.
I could destroy a bag of those.
I mean, Anne would agree with you. But I think
can't buy them anymore because I'll eat. Once I open it, I'll just sit there and plunk, 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 plunk. I like a big bag too. In an afternoon, I went through. I'm like, I ate that whole thing.
Those are so bad.
I can't do it.
No, and it's just like that. It's like you start eating, and by the time you know it, the bag's empty.
And now they have a new flavor out too. They have the red one, the blue one, and then another one. And I haven't even bought the other one on purpose just because I know I'll like it. So I can't do it. That's what I like right now.
Yeah,
and of course lemon heads.
And of course lemon heads.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you?
Mine's still chocolate. Mine's still like Snickers, Heath bars.
Oh, I do like a Heath bar.
But you don't get many Heath
Caramello.
bars.
If I'm going chocolate, I'm going caramel.
Oh, caramello's the caramel's too runny.
No way, I love it.
Yeah, it's too.
Twix.
It's not. Twix are good. I like Twix.
Yeah, see, the caramel's too hard on a Twix.
You need the hard caramel for sure. Yeah. But fruity candy, it's still Skittles for me. I always love Skittles.
Oh yeah, Skittles.
I can't even eat Skittles. I don't like 'em. But the nerd clusters.
Nerd clusters.
Here's a good question. What color are Starbursts?
Pink.
That's right.
Like that's the worst one you're saying?
No, that's the best one.
the best one.
Best one.
Red and pink for
I'll
me.
throw them away.
I
I'll throw
don't
the
care
pink one
much
away.
for red. I will buy the bag of the all pinks sometimes.
Yeah.
I haven't bought it in like probably years. But
The red one's by far the best.
oh no,
Red and pink.
pink is way better.
I buy my for work, right? And everybody will come in and they'll open up the packs, and then whatever they don't like, they'll just throw back in the candy jar. And here's Kyle throwing in all the pinks, and I'm like, what is happening?
I'll just soon throw them in the trash.
No.
Terrible.
man.
Hey, here's a little tidbit. Next time you have Starburst, unwrap them and then put them in like where you can't see what it is you're gonna eat, or close your eyes, whatever, and see if you can tell what flavor it is.
Oh, I mean pink easy
You'd think.
for sure. Easy. I could tell all of them.
We did it.
We're
And
doing it.
We couldn't. Nobody got all of them.
I'll do it. We'll do it tomorrow at darts. I'll buy some.
Okay.
Easy. That's no brainer.
We did good. We did like 50, 75% on some of those.
I know, but still, nobody
There's
did.
only
100.
4, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, easy.
you would think it was. It's wild.
Orange is the worst one, then lemon, then cherry, then strawberry.
I'm gonna agree with that, except for I'm gonna flip the pinks and the red. The red is the best.
Oh,
for sure.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, red's the best. The two orange and the two citrus ones are the same. Either or, they're good. And then
pinks.
you throw away the pink ones.
No.
Sick.
That's
Funny.
oh man.
I was gonna ask, did you remember have your wives ever taken a picture of a kid's costume? Somebody went over the top, or it was a funny costume, or one that you've seen. One that I saw that I was at the little parade that they had, and Leslie was dressed up. She'd gone all out that year. I think she was Maleficent or something.
Oh yeah.
And I was
remember
standing
that.
behind.
I remember that, yeah.
I was standing behind, waiting to see her come by. And this kid that was in front of me had one of the best costumes I've ever seen. It was so amazing. He was Osimo 4000 from South Park.
Yes.
I laughed so hard. I'm like, there's probably 3 kids in this entire place that know what that kid is, but that kid's parents are amazing.
There was a big Cartman kid at Trunk or Treat a couple days ago, inflatable one, and walking around. I'm like, yep, his parents. They're about the only ones that know. That was so funny.
Do you think it was the parents? It's like, you're dressing up like this, and he's like, oh, okay.
No, I
Not
don't
if they
think
let
so.
him watch the
They
show.
let him watch the
Yeah.
show. That's definitely what it is. I would
Yeah.
say so. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen any of that. I mean, I'm trying to remember because I remember in like the February episode we had all those pictures of all the Valentine's boxes and all that, but I don't remember seeing any kids' costumes. I'm sure I probably have, but
April's explained them to me. I don't think she's ever sent me
Yeah.
pictures, or I've never
Or
witnessed them
seen 'em.
myself.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
maybe I'll have to have her take some pictures.
Yeah, because some of them are hilarious. Some of the kids, their parents go all out, and they have really good ones. Or
Oh, yeah.
some of them are really funny.
yep.
Yeah, Osimo was amazing. It was so good. I still have that picture of my phone somewhere.
That's
Oh
awesome.
man. Oh well, what else we got? What else is going on right now? We have Thanksgiving coming up. We just had
Conferences
conferences
just happened
Oh,
for our wives. I didn't
yeah.
How was that?
see my wife for a while.
Yeah. I
like-
left during conferences. We went to Memphis during conferences, I think.
Did you have to make them up when you got back?
Yeah,
or-
kind of. Yeah. Yeah. She's
paying for it.
She's paying for it.
That's a good point.
I don't know. It's crazy. Like they're gone all night.
Yeah.
I mean, their PTA buys them food, so they have to they just stay there and eat.
Yeah.
Well, they get there. Well, Leslie got there. I think she left the house at 5:30 or 6.
To prep and plan and
Yeah,
everything.
and it was there till after 8.
Yep. My wife left conferences, and when she said she was doing she did all her conferences, she got all her stuff, and she was walking down the hallway. Everybody was gone. She was the only car left, so she was the last person at the school. So that's fun.
That's all the time. for
Oh, yeah.
Ann
Oh, yeah.
on a Friday. Because, mine, they don't go to school Fridays, but they have teacher work days until noon.
Yeah.
And so, at 12:01, every teacher is leaving.
That's wild.
And
I don't get that.
I
That's
drive
never-
by there, or I'll drop some off, or we'll go pick up the kids or whatever. And it's her and her teaching partner. There's 2 cars in the parking lot at 4:30 in the afternoon.
That's how it is it seems like at their school, it's Jason's wife and my wife.
And it's funny
still
because
there.
whichever one leaves first is usually the other. They go stop by the other one. Okay, I'm leaving. And so they at least they let
Yeah.
each other know that that's
Yeah.
happening. It's like
Do you feel like that changes year to year or gets better or
I think it's getting worse.
if anything,
Is
it is
it?
getting worse.
Really?
I
Yeah.
will say it's getting worse. So they're piling more and more stuff on them.
Yeah.
Like so it's like I need you to do what you're doing. Plus, we've just bought this new curriculum, and you're going to learn how to do that. So they're learning how to do the thing and how to teach it. So they're staying later to do the thing, and it's just more and more stuff is just getting piled on. So it's like I would say it's getting worse for sure.
Yeah. So and then they have to do conferences on top of that. I can remember conferences being all involved, and it was like a presentation. Like, do they do student-led conferences at your guys' school? I mean, I know that's a thing sometimes that they do that. I don't know if it's a certain part of the year, but I don't remember ever having to do that. I never did that.
We never did either, and I'm glad because I would lock up. I would be
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. I mean, I think it's like once a year, or there's like 2 conferences a year or whatever. That one is like more student led, whatever they call it, and one's the other way. But yeah, I don't think that was ever a thing.
Yeah, I would
growing
not
up.
like that. I don't think at all. Not that I was. I mean, obviously, I was a fantastic student,
Right.
But of course, no. But I would not have wanted to. Nope, would not have liked that at all.
Talk through that.
But yeah, they're it seems like they're all the time at these conferences, and then inevitably after conferences are over, because they're usually like the Thursday, Friday,
Yeah.
and then inevitably there'll be like, well, it's Tuesday, I have to stay late because they have this conference. So I'm like, well, conferences you just did them.
Just did them.
No, somebody could make one, so we're doing one.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Tuesday.
The makeup time? Oh, yeah.
The makeup time, and then Anne this last week had, because she had missed whatever day of it, so then she had lots of them. But then, of course, there were like no shows.
Yep.
And then those get rescheduled.
Can I go?
Those get rescheduled,
Can I come
and then it's a no show of another teacher who works at the school for her kid, and it's like you, yeah, good work, yeah, way to be. Yeah, I'm not going to go too far with that. Yeah, I'm just like, oh,
I'm glad those are over. That's good, because now it seems like at least I wouldn't say it's downhill. Now it's more of a, okay, cool. Everything's kind of set up for the year. We're past everything's new and we got it established and kind of the routines are going. And now it's a good month or 2 before there's a break, and then it's Christmas. So
I don't know about you, but my wife's already counting down to break.
to the Thanksgiving break.
We're in a
coming.
new quarter, like brand new quarter.
Yeah.
It's already like, hey, we're almost to break. It's like
It's only we only got a month.
is it a week?
Right? Well,
Do they get a whole week?
Thanksgiving's a whole
this year?
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. They have for a while, but yeah, that's the same way. That was never a thing either. It was always
Yeah.
just the day before, right? It was
Yeah.
always like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, not the whole week. But we also had the fall break thing, which we don't have that. Our school doesn't have a fall break. Like,
I don't think we don't either.
no.
Not anymore. I think
Not
that's
anymore?
I think the all Thanksgiving week.
So I don't know what it is
The fall
about.
break.
So your wife teaches at a charter school, and they have a little bit different
Yeah.
rules, and you guys have your Fridays off. The normal school here, it almost seems like they are trying everything to not go to a 4-day work
Yeah.
week by giving these random days off. So it's like
Sure.
like so many just random days off for these kids, but they will not go to a 4-day. And now like the summers used to be like 3 months for sure. It was 3 months, and
and
now
now
the
it's
summers are
2
months at most.
basically.
Yeah.
But it's because they've given out so many other days off. Like
And
if they would just
doesn't
take
make
all those
sense.
days off and just push them to the end, we would have a full summer again.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I was at a kid. I mean, it was a good 3 months. I mean,
Right.
it was
It
3
was
months.
June, July, August. And then
Yeah,
September,
exactly.
1st of
September or right after Labor Day. Ours was always right. You'd go after Labor Day. You'd be back at school.
And now it's just-
it's August 10th.
Yep, and it's
whatever.
getting worse every year.
And it's
so
the
that's
very end, right before Memorial Day,
Yeah.
and then right into
I mean, we're almost to the point where it's turning into like year-round school, but not. But again, they're not going to
not-
give it to them. So they're going to like,
Yeah.
here's a month off, but we're going to give you all these other days off, and it's like.
Doesn't
It
work.
just
as
doesn't
good.
work that
Yeah.
way. It's just weird for parents. It's weird for teachers. It's weird for everybody. It's just, but whoever's making the schedule, they're definitely not teaching. They're just
for
somebody
a
who's
parent
high up that's
anymore.
like, this seems like a good day off, and we're going to do this, and then conferences here. Like the scheduling is so random.
Yeah. I wonder how the 4-day thing would work in the district. Like from my perspective, I mean, it's fabulous, and it would like for you guys, it would probably be great too,
it'd
because
be fine for us, but
because your wives are teachers and whatever, and they would do the same thing where they have their morning where they're working and then they're off the rest of the afternoon.
Well, I think a while back they did try to get it to a 4-day, and it was shot down. It was not even close. They said, no, we're not doing that.
So the funny thing is that have you looked it up? Like when the news will bring it up so every once in a while on Facebook or on whatever, right? And the comments on that is like, and the parents are like,
what am I going to do with my kids?
Exactly
I have to hang
right.
out with my kids. I have to get a babysitter.
Because of that. Yep.
Blah blah blah. So it's like they're just going after the parents, but then again, they're still having to figure out babysitters and whatever else with these other weird days off too. So
Correct. Yeah. It
just would make sense because it's planned out. Like I know every Friday I'm off.
Correct.
I know every Saturday I'm off. Every Sunday I'm off.
Yeah.
And now it's like with these weird days off, it's like, well, I guess we're off this Wednesday and we're off that Thursday, Friday, and then we're off that Monday, and it's never the same.
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing too, because you feel for those parents that don't have the flexibility to change their schedule like that, to be like, oh, okay, well now our schools have shifted to 4-day. I'm going to also work from home Fridays or whatever. They might not be able to decide that.
I've never really had that issue because she's been a teacher their entire.
Correct.
Yeah,
that's
so
the thing.
Yeah. So I can't really relate, but
that's the thing. I can't really either.
But what that turns into though is that it's like these teachers are considered babysitters. I guess at this point, if you think of it in terms of that, like I don't know,
what am I do with my kids?
Yeah,
yeah. But I mean, like you could, like if you move yourself outside of the fact of like your wife is a teacher, like obviously the three of us are probably lucky in the fact that if we said, oh, Fridays we just are working from home, it would work, that we have the kind of jobs that we could do that if we needed to. But people don't do that. That's the thing. People might not have that option.
Well, that's all changing now too. Yeah. Everybody's seeing that. Everybody's going back.
True, going back and
speaking of things that are changing, what's going on next Tuesday? Something going on next Tuesday? Oh yeah, the election.
The election. It's true.
There's a lot of stuff on the ballot. Some fun stuff.
Have you voted yet? Early voting?
No.
Or do you go day of?
I like to go day of
because you get to just leave and it's paid for.
Somebody pay.
I love how
just
it
go
used
whenever
to
I
be
want.
paid. I love how it used to be like a thing, like, oh, I'm gonna go because work has to pay for it. Now it's like, now I go and I'm missing time from work and I'm not getting paid anything more for it.
My boss would almost be like, if you haven't voted, don't come in until you have.
It's almost like if I have to take an hour to go vote, it's pretty much I'm just like tacking another hour onto the end of my day, so it doesn't help.
It doesn't
me.
help anything. Yeah, I usually just do it early because I'm like, I'd rather just drop it in the mail and get it done.
I'm gonna make it a thing. I'm gonna make it an event. Whatever. I've decided if it's during the I'm gonna wave at people. Hey guys. Hey, here to cast my vote.
I'm gonna take a picture,
and we're gonna start promoting Jeremy.
Oh yeah. Right. Just write me in.
We're gonna write Jeremy.
Yeah, write me in for whatever one we think will have the most impact for
President
Halloween.
Jeremy Harris. Let me look at my phone how to spell his name.
Shoot,
you got it. Yep.
This guy.
Oh,
that would be the funny thing if it got misspelled and they're like, well, it can't be this guy.
You got to change your name now.
It's fine. I'll do it. That thing is interesting because especially from a school side, because pretty much every election there's always some kind of school bond issue, something like that. And the thing that's so weird to me here is we're still, in my opinion, we're still a very, this is still a very conservative area, and it's still a very like retirement area. Obviously it's gotten younger and all that kind of stuff. But so to me, the perception is always like, especially from retired folks, like, oh, I don't want to pay for this kid's school or this kid's. I already paid for mine. I don't have kids in school. Why would I vote to raise my taxes? And I don't know. I'm a person that, from my standpoint, from a fiscal side, I'm probably not the one who says, raise taxes here and raise taxes here. But from a school side of saying, oh, it's a couple pennies here, a couple pennies here, that makes a lot of sense to me.
Depending on what it is. If
Depending on what it
there's
is.
some dumb stuff that I'm like, we don't need that. That's dumb. But yeah, almost.
Pretty much always. Like,
Yeah.
have you
Might as well.
ever
I don't want
voted against?
No, because
A
I want
school-
I don't want our country to be dumb.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have the kids give them whatever they need. We've fallen behind, but as long as we can manage it, it's somewhat decent.
Yeah.
And now having somebody that I live with be in the district, I know it's only going to hopefully help them.
Correct.
So
They even give them books. Have you seen the books that they give them? And it's like, if you're a teacher, these are things you need to vote
really?
for. And I mean, it goes through every single thing that's
I
on the
haven't
ballot,
seen
but
that.
it's like why it pertains to a teacher. And so, like, I never knew that was a thing. And April pulled that out, and she's like, "Well, I'm just gonna look at this book." And this book, I mean, it
good.
goes through.
I'll have to
This
ask
this
about
person
that.
is
That's
about
pretty
this, whatever for the school. This
good. That's
person's
more
about this.
The
and-
candidate side is
Yeah.
is more what the side that I would be interested in too, because that's the hard part too. And even from our side, like where it's like obviously from a charter school side, that's different because the funding is different, all that kind of stuff. And so it's like we realize that we're never going to get as much from whatever bond comes across because that's just the way that happens. But that's it feels selfish to say, well, if my school's not getting it, I don't want these other schools to get it because all these kids are all hopefully gonna keep moving things forward, whatever they're doing. So yeah, if it makes sense, it's a few pennies for sales tax and
Any big initiatives that are coming out this one that you can think of?
So there's one that did pass
There's a
to
couple-
get one of the other high schools made like
Yeah,
a new school, and they're just basically extending that out to the other schools instead of ending.
Correct.
So we've already started paying it, and it's already been in effect there. So if everybody votes for it, then it's just going
just
to continue
continues it.
on and get the other schools rebuilt
Yes.
basically, because like the other schools are. I would say the school that got replaced it definitely needed it.
Yeah.
But looking at like the other school that's up for it now, it definitely needs it as well.
Yeah. If you walk through there, you're like, yeah, it's definitely the age isn't what the other one was for sure, but it's showing it
Yeah,
for
oh, yeah.
sure, and it's 30 years newer, probably maybe 20. I don't know for sure when it was first built. Feels like it was 80s.
I think the main building is built shortly after the other
Can we
one.
not say the school?
I don't know. Yeah, well, we must have, right?
We're talking about Central.
Central High School, yeah.
Yeah.
We must have said all these other ones
But
before, it
the
doesn't
thing
matter.
is with that school is it's basically a mishmash. You have the original building,
Yeah.
and that's the one that's falling apart, and then they had another building
they add on and then they
built to the side, and that one's a little older, and then there's a newer building, and then they started like, oh, we won't fix it. We'll just
Modulars or
kind of
whatever.
add this to the main building. So it's like you have part of new school added to this old building, and it just doesn't work. It just needs to be redone as well.
Yeah, and that's and I think that's the way I think about it too. It's just like, yeah, I'm not, you're not adding anything to my tax burden by approving this measure. It's just continuing it for X amount of years.
So you went there. So
I did go there.
Didn't they add on the gym and everything? That's basically from the stairs that go up. Wasn't that all that new?
So all in the front there is new.
Yeah,
so when you
yeah.
look at it, it looks new.
The gym and
looks
everything's
new.
new.
But
But then you walk up the stairs.
The
and then
further
it's-
you go back,
The further you go back,
it's-
yeah, because
it's
even
shown it's-
and they redid the theater too just recently.
Oh, they did?
I don't know.
well,
that theater's rough.
It's
was
rough.
bad.
They
Yeah.
put new seats
And it's not very
in.
big
I don't
either.
know
No,
why.
it's tiny.
It's so tiny. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we talked about that before. But yeah, it's so tiny.
But like I said, there's several buildings to it. I mean, there's that building, then there's a whole other middle building, and then there's these other two little offshoot buildings, and then there's a newer building.
I've
I mean,
only
it's
ever been
so,
into the auditorium. I've never gotten
Yeah.
further than the
I've never gone. Yeah, and Anne went there too, and I was like, I've never been beyond. The
it's a mess.
theater and that's
So
it.
it's definitely like, and like I said, safety is a big issue, and that was one of the bigger
Yeah.
things with the other, with Junction getting replaced too. Yeah. This school is a nightmare for safety. I mean,
geez.
it's in and out of all the buildings. There's so many different other exits and things like that to go to one building
Oh,
to the
you
next
mean,
building
yeah,
to the
with
next
closing up.
building, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's
the new Junction's new building. I think there's 3 or 4 points of entry period, and you can't get in. We know the attendance secretary, and she from basically any entrance that they want to get into, they could push a button and there's a camera there, and she could see who they are, and she'd be like, "Go to the front," and you have to walk all the way around to the front, and then she can let them in.
that's cool.
So
yeah. I mean, and it's hard because I mean, obviously from an infrastructure side, from a safety side, from all that, like those things are falling apart and they need to get fixed. But then the cynic in me is like, well, it's just a building. Like, we need to be able to pay our teachers more and invest more into those kinds of things than worrying about the building itself. But I don't know.
But do you ever see a bill that will come out that says, "Hey, let's pay our teachers
exactly.
more"? That's
correct.
never happened.
It's never going to happen. Yeah, correct. So.
They only work about 9 months or 7 or 8 months of the year anyway.
Right.
That's my favorite thing to hear people say.
What's funny? Again before I probably was that same guy. I was always the one's like, oh, they have all the summers off. They have all the holidays off. They have this off. They have that off. But now being married to a teacher, I'm the one that's having to sit there. As soon as if somebody else is talking, I have to be like, hold on a second. I have to step in. It's like I don't get to see my wife that much. So
Oh, so you don't know anything. I see.
Yeah. Well, that's
you're ignorant.
on the drive
I
up
was
here.
ignorant.
On the drive up here, I was re-listening to the episode with our wives on, just because I hadn't listened to it in a while. I was like, I should listen to it, and it was just that whole thing because, like, obviously, like, me and Anne are like completely different people as far as whatever our approach to our work life and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, and she was talking about like, I think what the discussion was like, oh, when school gets done, it's like she needs like at least 3 days to just like do nothing, kind of thing. And like, that's not me. And so my brain doesn't work that way, but it's like, man, I would be like that if I had to deal with all those kids and all those parents all the time. I would definitely be a person that is just exhausted all the time because it's they love it, but it's awful.
For sure, awful.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's what we said. That's almost what our motto is. Like, they're saints. We couldn't do it.
Nope, not me.
Yeah.
Bring awareness. That's what we do.
Awareness.
And then make fun a little bit.
It's true. True story.
All right. Before teachers in the news, I want to hit this real quick. Teacher husbands back in time. We've talked a lot about us, growing up and this and that. But I was at the store the other day, and this person was driving this, like, literally, it was like a 97, 98 Pontiac Grand Am. And my brain started going, it's like, I don't see much of those cars anymore. Obviously, they're, 25 years old now at that point, 26. But I remember lots of people had either a Pontiac Grand Am or a Mitsubishi Eclipse growing up in school.
Yep.
And
So you went to a fancy school.
Yeah, fancy school. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
But I was like, thinking, it's like, okay, so yeah, the Grand Am was like most of the girls had a Grand Am
Or like a Honda Accord.
or a Honda Accord maybe. But then the Eclipse was
right,
like,
it was a Honda Accord.
the Eclipse is one I wanted. And my dad was like, yeah, I'm not buying you some little import car. That is definitely not what we're going to do. But anyway, I started thinking about that. It's like, yeah, you don't see those cars on the road anymore, or a Grand Prix or something like that. But did you have cars that you remember vividly? Like, okay, everyone, or a majority of the kids in your school had this car, or what kind of car did you want of that car?
Oh, I know both. Go ahead.
So my dad, he's a schmoozer and a dealer. He will buy cars, sell cars. So I kind of got all these hand-me-down cars that he would get, and then we would, like as they would break, he would fix them and then sell them, and then I would acquire another car. So I mean, I had the Honda Accord. I had, I had a little Toyota truck. I had, what else did I have? I've gone through so many little cars. And the one car I did want, I wanted a muscle car.
Yeah.
And I got my muscle car like at 17. I was able to get my car. So I have a 1968 Firebird. And I still have it to this day.
Runs great.
It does not run. So here's the thing. Everybody wanted the Camaro. Everybody wanted the Camaro. I wanted the Firebird, which is exactly the same as the Camaro, but the hood scoops in the front made it look so
awesome.
mean and awesome. And we got this car, and it was enough that we just could fix it up, and it ran, and I got to drive the thing for years. And after a while, it started breaking down, and I couldn't afford to fix it and stuff like that. So I had to park the car, and it's still parked, and it's there. It will become my project.
It's the car that's just sitting on your lawn.
Yeah. It'll be my project car. My son has already claimed that it's his car, which, but I mean, we got it, and I was a teenager that got to drive around this awesome car. So but I wasn't nice to it. I can tell you that. I mean, I drove real fast, and I, like as things would break, it would be enough just to fix it, put the Band-Aid on it, and then I drove it again until everything stopped working on it, and so that's where it ended up. But I got to drive my dream car, and I hopefully eventually will get to fix up my dream car and make it alive again. I love that car. It's amazing.
But what about cars that everyone had? What do you remember everyone driving?
The Hondas. It's the Honda. Like everybody had their little Honda Accords and Civics. Yeah, the little hatchbacks. Yep. The Hondas were huge when I was driving around. So that's.
Kyle, I don't think Honda was around when you were in school.
Let me tell you why.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
It was definitely Civics and Accords. People had that. That was kind of the bigger one. There was some Toyota, like the Tercels and some of those older models.
Those little
the Celicas.
trackers.
I remember
big.
Celicas.
Yeah.
A lot of guys had Celicas. Yeah.
So those kind of models were the ones that were. The reason I can tell you that they were around is because my first car was an 1981 Toyota Tercel. It was terrible. And anyway, but I was not nice to it either, and I drove like crazy. And then I was able to trade it in or sell it. I can't remember who I sold it to, but and for like $400, and I bought for $1,500. My parents helped me finance and buy a CRX, which I was super excited for because my brother had one, and I'm like, they're kind of fast and whatever. That was
tiny.
That was the bane of my existence. I replaced the clutch 3 or 4 times because the oil kept leaking into the clutch. It broke down all the time. It was just, I liked it, but I have never since bought a Honda. That's it. Never again. It ruined it.
Yeah.
So, but that's not to say that if I found one that was a replica of that was in good shape, I probably would buy it just for nostalgia's sake. Anyway, but the one that I wanted, that there was one guy who had one, and I'm like, how's that kid who's 18 have that car? Because it's brand new at the time. It was a Nissan 300ZX.
Yeah.
The white ones with, oh, God. They're so awesome. And I've looked into buying one since, and they are unreal expensive still. Even 10 or 15 years ago, they were like $17,000 for one with 200,000 miles on it. So I would love to buy one of those. So
there you go.
they're not even that fast anymore.
No, they're not.
They were cool then.
Yeah, I didn't have cool cars. My first car was a 1986 Pontiac 6000 STE.
I don't even know what that is.
It's just a sedan.
Yeah.
A special touring edition.
Yeah.
Had digital speedometer, digital tack that like it would when you'd rev it up, it would just be like little bars, digital.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. And then like a Buick Regal after that.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, you did.
It was like it wasn't much of a boat. It
Not
was,
a Buick Roadmaster.
No, it wasn't Roadmaster with the
I have a Buick Roadmaster T-shirt that I love.
I like that.
I would like to have one of those. I've ridden those. They're a classy ride.
They are classy ride.
Yeah.
That's the station wagon, or
It's like
could be
similar to the Chevy Caprice or whatever, the big car like that. Yeah. Well.
All right, Jason, teachers in the news.
Teachers in the news. All right, this was a fun one. So some teachers in Northgate Crossing Elementary School in Spring, Texas. I didn't even know there was a Spring, Texas.
That's where my brother's right down there by.
Oh, he's going to love this.
Spring and Conroe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a group of teachers, kindergarten teachers at this point. Okay. So they are put on administrative leave for right now, pending investigation. Okay.
They're kindergarten teachers?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think when I was reading it a little bit earlier, like even the paras are in trouble because they don't know how far this is going to go. So with that said, the little kid went home and showed her mom her sticker that she brought from school, and her mom looked at it and was like, and she was like, yeah, she's like, I got to bring home my sleepy sticker. So the sleepy sticker, the mom's like, sleepy sticker. She goes, yeah. She goes, they give it to us when we go to sleep, when we take a nap. So the parent did a little research on it and found out that it's like a patch that has melatonin
or something.
that the teachers were giving to the kids to help them go to sleep.
Yeah. Why is anything wrong with that? That's
Definitely brought it to the attention of the administration. The administration's like, what?
Leslie's gonna want some of those.
Yeah. And all
sleepy
and
stickers?
here's the kid's 5 years old that brought it home and was she was real excited. She got to show her mom, this is my sleepy sticker, and sure enough, yeah, it was a melatonin patch that they were giving the kids to put them to sleep.
That's not where I thought this was going. I thought it was gonna be like kindergarten fight club or something, but
Oh man. So
man.
yeah, so they didn't know exactly which teacher was doing it or what, like how far this went. So they're all like in administrative leave until they can figure it out who's doing what. But I mean, where it becomes that legal issue is like you're not supposed to administer anything, any kind of
any kind of
drugs or any kind of anything.
Even the nurses at school.
Yeah, like
in
even
quotes,
to get like a
can't
Tylenol
do
or
anything
like that, you have to get permission from the parents. And so this was, completely out of left lane. It's like, hey, these kids are not sleeping apparently, so everybody
so
gets
they're
their
sleeping.
sticker and they're sleeping good. But the downside to it is if you think about like what melatonin does to normal people.
you should build up an immunity to it or like a resistance.
Well, not only that, but like I as an adult can take melatonin and I mean it knocks me out and I am out cold the next day. I'm super groggy, and I mean it can lead to like headaches, or like if you take it in the wrong time frame, you could you're not sleepy when you should be sleepy because you've already got that melatonin in your system, and it kind of just throws your whole system out of whack. And so the news articles was talking about how the kid, ever since she started going to school,
now
she's awake at
can't
night,
sleep at
she's
night,
got random headaches, she has all the symptoms, and so they never put two and two together until it came. And I don't know.
Bad news.
Yeah.
Part of me though is like, if I was the teacher, like, why would you call it your sleepy sticker? Because I mean, that just immediately points blame. Like, if you're,
you don't.
This is everybody gets a sticker. I don't know what you would call it, but I would not call it my sleepy sticker.
Yeah.
It's just asking for trouble.
Yeah. I think the actual act of doing it was asking for trouble.
Well, true.
But yeah, it's like whether they could have got away with it longer by calling it an achievement sticker,
right? Like everybody gets an achievement sticker. We made it through half the day. Sticker,
half day sticker. Yeah.
Why is everybody so sleepy?
I don't know. I just bought these. Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I think the teacher's taking some.
It's great for learning.
Stickers too.
Learning groggy like that.
Wow.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that would not go over well, I would say.
I didn't realize that all about melatonin. I thought it was great. I like it.
I
don't wake up groggy. I wake up.
Oh man, to me,
I felt great.
I don't have any of that, so I don't know.
It can if you take it in the right time frame, you're good. But if you take it with not enough time and you're like, again, you have an alarm set or something and you have to wake up without like letting it kind of do its thing,
run its course,
it messes you up. I mean, it really.
You guys don't just buy like nighttime cold medicine just for funsies and
yeah, it's called vodka.
No, this is actually medicine that you can buy over the counter, and that's what I thought. I'm not the only one who does that. Who just like
it's like
here's my sleepy time.
11:30, and I go to bed, and then 4 minutes later, I'm asleep.
Kyle needs a sleepy
that's
sticker.
definitely not me. I didn't need the sleepy sticker.
So why does he have 10 stickers on his arm?
None of them are doing anything. I'm still wide awake.
No,
if it's not midnight or later, I'm not even tired. I have to make myself.
Yeah, it's usually midnight. I don't know. It depends. Like.
Otherwise, I'm just sitting there.
I was up. Yeah. Well, Saturday we had a hockey game, and it started at 9:15
at night.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
And so we went out to Handlebar after that. So I got home at 12:30.
Oh yeah.
And then I was still up for another hour, more so because I was like, it's the adrenaline of after the game and all that kind of stuff. And then I was watching whatever. But then when I was like, oh, it's bedtime, okay, and then just go to sleep.
When's your next game?
Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday, huh?
Yeah. 8:50. Oh. Come on. You're wide awake anyway. What are you doing? You guys should come out. They got a bar. Just get some beers, and it's pretty fun.
Maybe. I might.
Yeah.
You said the magic word.
Beers.
Bar
and beers.
Wasn't please. It was
the greatest part.
See me, please? No, they have a bar. Okay.
Okay. All right.
The greatest part about beer league hockey is literally that, because one guy will
How
buy.
expensive are said beers?
Oh, they're not very much.
Like $9
they're like
beer?
They're like $2-3.
Oh
for
yeah,
beers.
I'm down.
But you buy, usually what we do is we buy a cooler. You buy a cooler from the bar for your team, and then you put it in the locker room, and then you carry the cooler across the ice, and you put it at the bench. So you're just having beers while you're playing too.
Oh yeah,
it's so good.
Seems dangerous.
Seems like I lost my pinky as I fell down.
Yeah,
Let's
try it out. It's be good.
I'm gonna get us a pack of Sleepy stickers for work. It's
Sleepy stickers for work. Okay.
for sure.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
gonna be like a contest. Who can have the most Sleepy stickers and
Stay awake.
and stay awake?
That's funny. All right, well, I think we're about time to wrap it up now, huh?
I think so.
That was good. That was
pretty good.
We did a pretty good episode, I think.
For all
having to
shift
To pivot.
a little pivot.
Yeah, we had to do a pivot.
A little pivot. Yes. So
I do have an announcement from the previous episodes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stellar downloads.
Man. Oh no, not that.
Oh.
75 hard.
Oh yeah.
I literally forgot about it till just now. So
Oh
it's
no.
Yeah.
Enjoy that beverage. It may be your last.
It may be your last, but unfortunately, it is not. We did not get
didn't do it.
the 10 that we needed.
It's all right.
So I guess the world just doesn't want you
Listeners,
to.
what are you doing? Yeah. We had
We had 2 times to do it, and
We had
didn't
2
do it.
times to do it. I'm not upset. It's okay.
You didn't
And
seem
I'm-
worried any time that we made the.
No, I mean maybe a little bit, but same way. Like I said, the worst part is just getting up in the morning, and I can do that. So it's
It's
fine.
definitely not the worst part. Definitely.
I think it was when I was
Having
like, "Hey
done
guys,
it's definitely not the worst part.
hey guys, we need to promote the podcast," and Jeremy was like, "Crickets."
Crickets. Yeah, that's right. I'm like,
no wonder.
Now I
had too many downloads.
Now I know why.
Oh, now that he's off the hook.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm
Now-
not going to sit here and say, "Oh, well, I'm going to just go ahead and do it," because I'm not doing that. So, no.
I don't blame you. I'm not doing it either.
Yeah.
I'm not also doing it. And
I've done it.
April's not happy about it, but I'm not doing it again.
Good. I went to the doctor 2 days ago.
Did he say you should do it?
No, he gave.
actually,
I
that thing.
got
Maybe you
stellar
should do it.
remarks. I went to the doctor for the first time in 12 years,
Oh,
and I was like, I should probably go. Well, it's probably good, because when I got strep like a month or 2 ago, I didn't have a primary care doctor, so then it's like it cost me $300 to get a strep test.
Oh,
and get
Appleton
medicine.
clinics.
So what?
The Appleton
Oh, I
clinics.
know. Yeah, that'd be nice, but I already have insurance anyway. So anyway, so I went and saw him, and he's like, you've from 12 years ago, you've grown an inch and only gained 20 pounds. So I was like, all right,
man, I
works for
don't
me.
Neither of those things happened to me. I went the op.
Yeah.
It was
And he's
double
like-
the pounds.
he's
and
like, so just,
I lost the height.
Just come back, in a couple of years, you're fine. I was like, all right, that's all I wanted to hear. So it was
Wow.
pretty good.
Was that after he did the check?
He didn't do the check.
Oh, we're talking the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you going to do it like that?
Twirl the finger.
They don't do that yet.
What do you mean, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
You went to the wrong doctor.
They do that.
we're not talking
Not all of us have had
prostate, are we?
That. Yeah, that's what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
no, he said not till 50.
Oh, good. I'm good then.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm way good.
Colonoscopy 45.
Oh, that's what I also meant.
Oh, yeah, I haven't done that.
Oh, you
either.
haven't done that yet.
No.
Yeah, you're on for that. Yeah. I got a couple years.
You have to pay for that, right? Ugh.
I don't know.
All right, guys, if we get 10 emails, Kyle's going to go get his
We'll all
colonoscopy.
go do it together.
Will we hold hands while we do it?
We do the podcast from the from the waiting room.
I wish that was original, but I watched. There's on YouTube. It's called Good Mythical Morning. It's Rhett and
yeah.
Link. They're like
Yeah, they're
one of
funny.
the top
Yeah.
YouTube guys. They went and got colonoscopies together. They've been
Oh,
best
my
friends since
gosh.
first grade, and they went and got them at the same time. They got vasectomies at the same time too.
Oh Lord, that's terrible. Leslie had that procedure done, and it was when she came back. I'm like, I want no part of that. They had knocked her out.
Sleepy sticker?
Sleepy stickers.
Yeah, there was it's sleepy tattoos. I think it was so she was so out that I'm like, man, it almost like that's some good kind of drugs right there. Ooh wee.
That's what I was want. Yeah, like a year ago, I got like they knocked me out to like pull a tooth or something like that, and I was thinking, oh, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be like a really good knock me out nap, and I'll wake up. And it felt like it lasted for 12 seconds. And then I woke up, and it was not any different. I was like, this is
you don't
not...
feel any better.
But I don't know what they gave me.
Yeah.
Because my father-in-law has said, like, when you do the colonoscopy one and whatever they give you, like, he's like, it's amazing.
Yeah. She did not want to wake up. And when she did, she was like, oh, can I just go back home and go to sleep again? This would be great. I'm like, okay. That's too much. I mean, that's, wow.
Yeah.
Maybe we could go ask the doctor if we can do the colonoscopy without the colonoscopy.
Can you just do the
do the drug side?
Yeah, just the drug part.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could find
It's
out
for a
what it is.
podcast.
Yeah. It's big time.
Yeah, yeah. It's for content.
It's for content.
It's just content.
I mean, that's not legal. I'm sure he wouldn't have
HIPAA.
some sort of HIPAA violation there. Or whatever.
I won't tell anyone. I mean, I will, I guess.
Just all of our listener base.
Yeah.
The thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
All right.
So if you guys
we
want to
get
send
10
us
emails,
10 emails.
Kyle will go in for a colonoscopy that's long overdue. Long overdue.
So think about Kyle's health, guys. When you're listening to this podcast,
because my wife's gonna hear this and she's gonna rally her friends on purpose.
She's
perfect.
concerned about you.
This is bad. This is bad.
I think this is what it is.
I haven't met my deductible, so-
Going forward, it's just a revolving door of challenges for each of us that just see what
Why
one
are
of them's
Kyle's
gonna.
challenges always the one that work? Yeah, it's weird.
Teach your husband's podcast at gmail.com.
It's all right. You don't really have to. It's
So
fine.
think about Kyle's health as you're listening to this podcast, and just take the extra couple seconons to send that email. I don't care what it says, as long as I get an email.
There has to be a word count minimum, like a 50 count as to why.
That's
what
too
Kyle
many
needs
words.
to you as to why he needs.
No, that's pushing it. I just want the email. Like, just say hi.
Just say hi. Butt camera. Hi.
Butt camera? That has to be the.
That's the subject.
That's the subject.
I don't
line.
even care if it's got
Butt
the
camera.
Subject. I just give me a hi. Just give us a hi. Let us know how we're doing. What you want to hear, what you want to
more than
see.
just a
I guess
hi.
not see, but what do you want to?
Seems
What do you
like
want from us?
Not enough effort.
It
It has to be more than hi. It has to be a full sentence with punctuation.
one whole sentence.
And if there's no punctuation, no sentence.
It's true. Okay.
Kyle is a grammar. I don't want to say it.
Is that word? I am.
He's a grammar guy.
My text messages are proper punctuation.
It is.
Yeah, you put like sincerely Kyle at the end
No,
of it.
I just the commas are in the right spots, and there's
Okay.
periods and exclamation points and full sentences, not run-ons.
Here we go.
All right,
Send
guys.
an email.
Everybody.
Kyle gets a colonoscopy, period. That's it.
I'm okay with that.
It's a sentence.
And you need to send it to teacherhusbandspodcast@gmail.com.
This is a terrible.
That's pretty good.
So it's teacherhusband with an S. teacherhusbandspodcast@gmail.com.
Sounds good.
Think of
Great.
Kyle's health.
Yep.
It's great.
It's
Love
good.
it.
All right.
Today's my last day in the podcast, guys. So.
Because you're sick from not getting a colonoscopy.
If you would have had your colonoscopy, you'd be good.
Yeah,
You'd be solid.
We're concerned.
Oh, great. This is
All
the
right.
one podcast for sure my wife can't listen to, so. Great.
Any of Leslie's friends out there, think of Kyle.
Don't,
right.
or don't.
Listen
Fine.
to the
You're
end.
busy. Don't worry about it.
Share.
It
Share
takes
it with
2
your
seconds
friends.
to
There's too
share. It
much
takes 2
time
seconds
to-
to send that email.
You know, it's election, the week before election. You got to think about stuff. It's important. It's not
true.
really about butt cameras.
Do it. Go vote. Yeah. On that note, go vote and send us an email.
Go vote for Kyle to get a colonoscopy. Thanks, everybody.
All right. We'll see you later.
Bye.
You can't get mad, okay?
Oh no, what did you say?